Hello again, my name's Richard. I'm here in front of Emergency Social Services, where I was once a member, a volunteer, as I've explained at concen, CONCEN.org. I've explained all this, why I resigned from Emergency Social Services. I was here for a number of years. I was a volunteer, and I came to as many meetings as I possibly could. I was devoted to it. I'm not a psychopath, I'm not a freak. That's not why I joined, okay? It wasn't to make me look like a fucking hero like the authorities in this shithole little child molesting capital of the world would like to tell you. And I'm gonna here to explain why I resigned. First off, you ladies, Lona and Irene, it's disgusting what you have done. It's disgusting. You sit back and you keep the silence, knowing full well you people are sick. And I'm going to tell the world about it, okay? And this is why I'm here. Right here. That's where I was a volunteer, Emergency Social Services, okay? Now, the reason I resigned, I'll tell you. You've heard so much about firefighters being involved in gang stalking. I'll tell you why. I'll explain it to you slowly but surely right here, okay? Now, one day in the summer, it was summertime, very hot, been dry for a while now, okay? And my wife and I were out for a walk with our dog. I had the key for this place right there because the coordinator and the director were away and gave me the key. Well, geez, what do you know? Here you go, buddy. Here's the key. You're in charge of it, eh? Yeah, sure thing. We know how that works. Hey, Irene? Hey, Jude? Or, Irene and Lona, I know what the fuck was going on. Okay, so anyhow, I had the key, right? And this was closed. The building was closed, all the business was closed. I do believe it was a Sunday, if I'm correct. Okay? It was just like now, not very many traffic. Now, we were out with a walk with my dog, with our dog, and we were walking along, and we come from the direction down the road there. We came up here, and we came across, and we were walking, and here we were walking right past here. That's all we was doing, walking right here. Okay, now I can tell you, okay, that I was right there, okay, and the fire was right there, right on the ground, okay? There was a fire right there, on the ground, right there, okay? It must have been about, maybe 1.5 to 2 feet in circumference around, you know, around fire, and because of the mulch, all it was black. You could just see the black growing and growing, and just smoke. There was not actually any flame. You could just see the black growing. And I said, hey, look, there's a fire, I said. So, knowing everything was closed, I ran down the road. Let's take a look here. I'll show you, because there was no other places around here. Yes, I had the key. Yes, I could have been the hero and opened up the door and get some water and come and put it out. But I wasn't going to do that because there was no need for me to go into that office. That office, I only needed to go in that office if there's an emergency and we get called out for emergency social services. A little fire was not a need to go into the office. Okay, so what I did was I walked down the road to a restaurant that was down the road, right across the road, right over there. Okay, it's not there now, but there was a restaurant there, okay? And I went in and said, there's a fire up there, up the road. Can you phone the fire department? And I need some pitchers to fill with water. And she gave me some. And I came back up here and right to here again. That's where the fire was. And I put it out. I threw it on there and extinguished it, okay? And then, knowing it was out completely, I ran back down to the restaurant and I gave them back their pitchers. And I said, here, phone the fire department and tell them we don't need to come. So I ended up phoning. And they said, no, they're gonna come anyhow. They come and check it out anyway. Maybe, you know, things were dry, throw some water on the air or whatever. At least that's the excuse they wanted to use anyway. So, okay, now I wait here and they show up and they make a big production of it, fire truck and everything, a little frickin' fire that was already out, okay? Now, I'm completely fully aware of what truly took place, okay? Because, like I said, I'm not a criminal, okay? So, why then, when I go back to my next meeting at Emergency Social Services, I'm told that the police investigated this fire? How odd, hey? How weird. It wasn't the fire department. And what do you mean investigated? It's a fucking little fire, okay? Yes, somebody may have come along, but the way I see it, no, I don't think it's somebody deliberately started it. And the reason for it is because when it was there, when it was out, I'm not stupid. I looked down and said, maybe a cigarette butt, or a spark or something from someone starting a vehicle right there. So I looked down to see if I could see a cigarette butt or something that was there. No, I didn't see anything, okay? So why then am I told the police investigated it, and why did they say it was a cigarette butt that started it? That's weird. I didn't find any, and I looked. I guess you do a better job than me, hey folks? I mean, the little fire is only a foot and a half across, for Christ's sakes. How many cigarette fucking butts do you think I'm gonna miss there? Okay, now what I'm telling you is, these freaks did it on purpose, because it's called character assassination, gang stalking, as a result of me whistleblowing. That's what it's about, okay? Yes, I do know where and how to solve murders, okay? And it's not gonna happen until you, the people, smarten the fuck up and bring justice to this fucking shithole country or community, because that's what it is, okay? The law is corrupt, all of you are corrupt. And I'm here and I'm telling the world, and if you got a problem with that, you bring me to your court of fucking law, okay? That's what I want, and that's what I'm here for, okay? I resigned from that place for a reason. I was devoted, and I didn't do it because I'm a psychopathic fucking freak like you're trying to make everyone believe, okay? I'm the man that's gonna solve the murders of little boys and girls, and yes, I will lead the police to the remains of little boys and girls when you, the people, wake the fuck up and bring justice to this community. And stop giving me that mental health fucking bullshit. Two corrupt doctors have gone through this community, and you must wake up. Thank you. Remember, God loves you. Loves you more when you use cannabis and hemp.